In this video, we're going to be going over what are the best sniper rifles and marksman rifles currently inside Vanguard's multiplayer to let you know which ones are the best. If you enjoy weapon comparisons and Vanguard content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we try to reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers, and click that link in the description down below and subscribe to our second channel. We do post tons of extra Vanguard content on there, and there's tons already there if you want to check that out. And like I said, this video is all about the marksman rifles and sniper rifles. We'll be taking a look at both of these together. A couple of things I do want to go over actually before we get into it is that with a couple of the marksman rifles, when we look at them, you can actually get different barrel attachments, which actually some of them affect damage, some of them affect the actual fire rate of the weapon, which includes like making it full auto or burst depending on which tactical rifle you're actually looking at. But the main thing we're focusing on is the magazine attachments, and we're mainly focusing on using these weapons in their semi-automatic form. We will look at the other attachments later on in a future video. And then for the sniper rifles is a very similar case as well. Now you don't get obviously a fully automatic sniper rifle or anything like that when you look at the barrel attachments, but when it comes to the magazine attachments, you do get some that change the way the damage works on the sniper rifles. So of course, once again, like last time, we're going to go over the stats, mainly focusing on TTK like I mentioned before. That is the main focus for this video, is to see what guns have the best TTK, and then obviously look at the recoil, and that will give us some kind of indication on how good these weapons actually are. In terms of sniper rifles, of course, we've got the rate of fires here, and we've got the same for the marksman, and then also we use the base damage as well. So obviously you do land headshots with sniper rifles and stuff like that, but we mainly wanted to focus on just the kind of base damage for these guns, because you're more likely going to be hitting a chest shot more than you'll be hitting a headshot in most cases anyway. So we'll order this in terms of TTK like I said, and as you can see, a couple of weapons stand out here. So we've got the 3-line and the Type 99, which are both sniper rifles, and they're a one-shot kill to the chest. As you can tell here, it does 128 damage depending on which ammo variant you use, so this is what we considered. And then we've also got the G43, which is a marksman rifle, and the SVT40 with these ammo types, and those both are a 2-shot kill, and they both kill in 150 milliseconds each, which is pretty much exactly the same TTK as well. Now, the only kind of standout feature between the kind of marksman rifles, if you look at these sniper rifles, they're pretty much exactly identical stats here: rate of fire, base damage, vital damage. But if you look at the marksman rifles, the two that we're going to focus on, fire rate's the same, base damage is almost the same. I mean, the fact that it's 50 base damage means it's going to take 2 shots, 57 will take 2 shots. But again, if you look at the vital damage here, if you land a headshot with the SVT, it's actually going to be a 1-shot kill. And if you land a headshot with the G43, it'll still be a 2-shot kill. So even though they both have the same fire rate, you're actually slightly better off with the SVT. So again, we're going to be doing another recoil test. We're mainly testing the marksman rifles here, because when it comes to the sniper rifles, we will do a quick test just to show you. But obviously, you're going to be taking 1 shot, then you're going to probably wait for the bullets to rechamber, or you're going to move, then take a shot again. You're not likely to fire like consecutive shots, shot after shot with a sniper. So first off, we've got the G43. I'm going to spam this into the wall as fast as I possibly can and see what it looks like. And as you can see, it pretty much does nothing in terms of movement there. It literally hits the same spot again and again. That was me trying to hit it as fast as possible. You probably could hit it a little bit quicker, but I mean, no one's really going to pick up the controller and hitting it like that mid-game, so that's probably as fast as you can get it. Now let's take a look at the SVT. This is the one that does the higher headshot damage. So let's take a look at this. So this one actually has more recoil, so as you can see, it goes up and then it kind of stops at a point here as well. So the G43 is definitely way more accurate, even though it has less headshot damage. And then the SVT has a bit more recoil to it, but you're more likely to be firing it like this, to be honest, than firing it the way I did. And that, as you can see, is still pretty accurate. So here we've picked up the sniper rifles now, and I'm just going to fire it in the wall to see what it looks like when you try and fire as fast as you possibly can. And I've also used all like the kind of meta builds, or what I believe to be the meta builds for all of these weapons. So let's take a look at this one as the Type 99 first. So like I said, it's more than likely going to be firing in the same spot because it is a sniper. Now let's take a look at the 3 line. And again, this is going to fire in the same spot as well, because like I said, that rechamber just allows the gun to recenter, so that's kind of what this is all about. So both of the snipers are super accurate. Now before we move on to the actual builds, I do want to mention that of course when it comes to the sniper rifles, you could go for something that has a slightly faster fire rate, which we showed in the stats page, but it's going to have less damage. But for the most part, most people are going to be wanting to get a one shot, one kill with a sniper, whether it's a headshot or a chest shot. But let's take a look at the builds for both of the sniper rifles now, and I do want to quickly point out a few things that are really important. So when it comes to the sniper rifle builds, what we used here was the Mercury silencer for the sound suppression and the recoil control. We used the same for the 3 line as well. I'm going to kind of switch between both of these. For the underbarrel, we used the heavy foregrip for this one because it pretty much gives you no cons, but it does give you kind of aiming stability and recoil recovery, which is kind of handy, but is the only one that gives you no cons. The rest don't really seem to help all that much for a sniper rifle anyway. And we did a similar thing with the 3 line rifle, but the difference is it actually gives you a faster ADS attachment instead. Then for the barrel, we went for the short barrel that helps with aim down sight speed. It does con your bullet velocity, but inside multiplayer, as you can see, it's over a 1000 bullet velocity anyway, which is pretty damn good for multiplayer. And this is for the Type 99. Let's take a look at the 3 line. Again, it's over 1000 for bullet velocity too, so it's still got a really good bullet velocity regardless. And then let's take a look at the rest of it. So the magazine attachments, of course, we use the ones that give you that high chest shot damage or the high body shot damage. So that is going to be standard for both of the sniper rifles. And then we also used the lengthened ammo type, and that's just to give you the faster bullet velocity, of course. So we use that for both of them. When it comes to the rear grip, we use the faster aim down sight grip, and actually you can get faster ADS. Again, for the stocks for both of the sniper rifles, we used the stock that gave you the kind of pro to aim down sight time, and then it conned your hip fire and your movement speed. So if I quickly show you that on both snipers, we use pretty much the exact same attachment there because we're just trying to get the fastest ADS possible. And then for the optics, we use the 2.5x optics, and that is just so you can get, like, once again, a faster ADS. But one thing I do want to mention when it comes to these two sniper rifles now, and what makes them stand out and what makes the 3 line rifle the second best sniper rifle, is this. Well, two things actually. First of all, when it comes to the proficiencies, the vital proficiency is pretty much broken at this point. It's going to give you an increased area for critical hits, so you're more likely to get that one-shot kill with the Type 99. And also on top of that, you actually get the faster ADS with the Type 99 as well. It's 460 milliseconds for the ADS with this specific build. And then if you look at the 3 line rifle and you look at the ADS on that one, it's 561. So it's almost 100 milliseconds ADS difference, and you can only get like the hard scope or the scope glint proficiency here, so it is nowhere near as good as the vital one, and that is why the Type 99 is definitely the best sniper rifle. For both of the marksman rifles, we've got very similar builds once again, and again I'll point out the differences when we get to them. But for the muzzle, we chose the Mercury silencer for both, for the sound suppression as well as the recoil control. Then for the underbarrel for both, we chose the M1 hand stop underbarrel, and I'll show you that on this one as well. Mercury silencer, hand stop underbarrel. Then for the actual barrel itself, we chose the one that's actually going to help with recoil control. Now it does give you a con to sprint to fire and ADS walking speed, but it overall helps the recoil, and that's why the guns were super accurate. And again, I'll show you that on this one as well. So this one actually cons your aim down sight time and your sprint to fire time instead, different to what the cons were on the G43. Now the mags, and again for the ammo type, we chose hollow point for the ammo type on both. This is going to give you that increased limb damage. And then for the magazine, we just chose the one that we did the testing on, which was to give you the highest damage possible, and that is on both of these two marksman rifles. Then for the rear grip, we chose the leather grip. That's to give you a faster aim down sight time. And then for the stocks, we chose the one that gives you the horizontal recoil control and the aim down sight speed as well for both. So I'll quickly show you that again. It's kind of hard to try to switch between both of these. And then for the optics, we chose the 2.5x optic. Now this is where it's going to come down to personal preference. Most things, for the most part so far at this point, both of these guns have been very similar. The SVT, as we know, has that headshot multiplier, which allows you to get a one-hit kill headshot. And it also, on top of that, it has the vital proficiency. So that means you can get a one-hit kill to the chest as well with this gun. So making this gun pretty good when it comes to damage. Now, obviously, when it comes to the kit, it doesn't really matter. But one thing I do want to point out is that this one actually has the slower ADS time. So you get a 467 millisecond ADS. It gives you the headshot multiplier, and it also has the vital proficiency. So if you do land headshots or you do land a lot of chest shots, then the SVT might be the best option for you. But on the other hand, if you look at the G43, it's going to have way less recoil, and it's also got the faster ADS time as well. So you could be aim down sight much quicker than someone with the SVT, and the only proficiency you can get that's actually any useful with this one is actually the accuracy and recoil one, so the tight grip. You can also get quick scope, which improves your accuracy if you stay ADS'd, but I don't really see that being very important because this gun is already super accurate to begin with. So this one, like I said, is going to come down to personal preference. For me, I would choose the SVT 40 just so you get that one shot potential with this gun, and more than likely using kind of marksman rifles like this, you're already going to be ADS'd holding certain angles. So just to quickly recap, the best sniper rifle is the Type 99, and in my opinion, the best marksman rifle is the SVT 40. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we're trying to reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers, and click the link in the description and subscribe to our second channel, and thank you very much for watching.